Sup? David here. Today I want to talk to you about oscillations and cycles and how nature works in oscillations and cycles, and maybe even how life works in oscillations and cycles. And I might be a little dark in this video because I want to give you this beautiful view of the sunset right now. So let's get into this idea. So we talked about macro and micro momentum, right? And macro momentum is like the week to week and the month to month type of momentum, whereas the micro momentum is like the inter-day momentum, inside of the same day type of momentum. And today is more about the macro view of things. So you're going to notice that there's going to be periods in life where you just have to stay focused for many months at a time, maybe even many years at a time, where you have to finish up a project and it's going to take many years, and you just have to stay in the zone day in and day out, right? And we know this as deep work, right? This is a concept of Cal Newport, and he has a book on this called Deep Work. But we also have to understand that life works in cycles. So you don't always want to be stuck in deep work your entire life, right? And not be able to kind of enjoy life, but we should also be able to embrace deep play. So life and nature itself, we work in cycles, right? There's many examples of cycles. We have the sun and the moon, day and night. We have the different seasons. We have sleep and activity, and work and life itself is also very synonymous with these cycles. Because you don't always want to be engaged in something so deeply that you don't have time to enjoy yourself. But at the same time, you don't always want to be playing so that you get nothing done in your work, right? So you want to be able to embrace macro momentum, having that momentum from month to month to maybe even year to year. Well, you also want to take time for break and for play. Because here's the thing, if we really take a look at life from the full overview of life, then maybe the point of living life is just not to only be engaged in a craft. And although as beautiful as that is, you also want to be taking breaks here and there, right? Because what's one of the main purposes of life is to enjoy life, is to live a happy life, right? And with that perspective and sense, you also want to be able to enjoy it as much as possible and be involved in these deep play type of oscillations. So here's one thing I notice when I'm so involved in my work, when I'm just so focused for months at a time, is I lose my sense of adventure. Every day becomes this black and white day, same routine all over again. And although I'm getting stuff done, I'm being really productive, I'm banging out my goals and my action list, I don't have that sense of life sometimes. Right? That's why sometimes I have to break out of those cycles and into a new oscillation of being able to enjoy myself, being able to find that sense of adventure, being able to find the sense of life, right? So you want to be able to embrace that, embrace both the sense of adventure, but also the sense of getting things done, becoming an accomplished person, becoming a creator, right? Finishing something from start to finish. So you want to embrace both sides of this equation, both sides of this oscillation of life, right? And but the problem that most people have though is definitely on the focus side, right? Definitely sitting down and just focusing on their work for months at a time. And I've talked about many techniques of this, but I just want to cover one concept, and I like to call this the art of missing out. You know how a lot of people say FOMO, the fear of missing out, but I like to think about it in the opposite way. I like to think about it as the art of missing out, because when you sacrifice some of the parties on the weekends and the drinkings on the weekends, and you actually get stuff done, you become productive, that becomes an art form in and of itself. Because the more you say no to those parties and the alcohol and then just going out on the weekends, the easier that it becomes. And it becomes this art, right? And it becomes a lot easier to do once you get established the habit of doing things like this. So that's it for this video. Embrace yourself in deep work, but also embrace yourself in deep adventure and deep play at the same time, because if you look at it from the entire perspective of life, you should be able to embrace both. That's it for this video. Hope you found value out of this one, and I'll talk to you in the next one.